got so much to do. So much. I've got to go get the RV in West Salem, bring it home, get it parked, get it loaded with as much as I can. Mow the lawn.
Rockfest week.
Clean the rest of the house. Mm-hmm. Do some laundry. All that stuff.
All the adulting.
All the stuff that has to happen. So, yeah. But we leave tomorrow afternoon and head up to Cadott, and looking forward to it. Weather's going to be perfect.
Yeah, dude, it's a beautiful morning, by the way. The moon is out. You can see the moon and the sun is up, right? It's gorgeous. It's supposed to be a little bit warm today and tomorrow. Pushing 90, it looks like. But what a lovely start to a week this morning. It was beautiful.
Yeah, looking at a high near 90 today and tomorrow with some showers and thunderstorms during the evening tomorrow. And then it's going to be in the 70s pretty much wherever you are.
Massive, cool air pretty much all the way through central United States coming in for the
Hopefully it blows all of the Canadian wildfire smoke out of here because it was real bad this weekend. Real bad. I mean, especially on Saturday.
Hazy,
walked out
very
there and
hazy.
I was like, yo. Lots to get to this morning. Going to talk about pizza. Going to talk about mac and cheese. Online rock stop at 8 o'clock. Interesting way to try to keep your house cool this time of year.
All right.
A hack, if you will.
Yeah, I've had to run my AC way more than normal, and it's not a fan.
I love it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Not a fan. I mean, I basically have had it on all summer, and that is not how I usually like to have it. I like the windows open and air moving around, and it just hasn't been.
It's a constant 64 degrees in my house.
Later this week.
Excited. So, yeah, lots to get to. If you need us, rockmornings.com is where you can find all of our contact info. You can also download either the 95.7 The Rock app or the 92.9 The X app, and you can get in touch with us with the submit button or the voicemail button. Would love to hear from you guys. Mm-hmm. Music in a bit from Volbeat and Evanescence. Don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
That abduction in Milwaukee this weekend was crazy, huh?
Yeah,
scary
lots of stuff going on.
Oh, my gosh. And so wild and weird. And,
Kid's okay, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found unhurt, and 24 hours later, just unreal.
Amber
Unreal.
alerts. I didn't get the Amber Alert on my phone, did you?
Yes.
Oh, weird. I didn't. Strange. The abduction, obviously, in Milwaukee was one of the top news stories in the state. Another one was a woman in Comstock, Wisconsin, 69-year-old woman who got attacked by a black bear.
I didn't hear.
Recovering.
In her yard?
According to the DNR, the woman attacked around 2 in the afternoon near the town of Comstock. She was able to call 911 and was taken to a local hospital. Condition unknown at the time, but she is recovering. Barron County and the city of Cumberland, along with local DNR wardens, responding to the attack where they located a cub in a tree, indicating that this incident involved a mother and the cub, and maybe the woman was too close and maybe didn't know. But officials said attempts to locate the bear with a trained bear hound dog unsuccessful, but efforts to capture the bear are ongoing. The DNR said it's unknown why the bear attack occurred.
Well, probably that is,
Well, you find the cub, you have to make the assumption that the woman either got too close of her own accord or didn't know, and the mama bear said, no, we're not doing that. But she's recovering. Walmart recalling 850,000 Ozark Trail 64-ounce insulated water bottles due to a dangerous lid defect that could cause serious injuries, including permanent vision loss. The hazard arises when consumers store carbonated, perishable, or fermented beverages in the bottle for extended periods of time. Obviously, that thing could shoot right off. Shoppers are advised to stop using the bottles, check for the Ozark Trail logo, and then return them to the Walmart where they purchased them for a full refund. Thursday of last week, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission issuing a press release announcing the recall for the Ozark Trail 64-ounce stainless steel insulated water bottle, retail price $15. The lid of the bottle could cause serious injuries, including laceration hazards if a consumer attempted to open the bottle after storing food, carbonated or perishable beverages, including juice or milk, for an extended period of time. So they had got 3 reports of consumers who were injured when they were struck in the face by a lid forcefully ejected from the bottles upon opening. Yeah, not good. Also over the weekend, another big story in the state of Wisconsin, the double homicide and suicide in Middleton. The names of those people released. Mm-hmm. The children of the Wisconsin State Patrol Bureau Director and his wife, who was an educator, who were shot to death earlier this week, releasing a statement about the tragedy, saying the family called the parents the most loving parents to all of their children. Mm-hmm. The Dane County Sheriff's Office said the couple were discovered in the home on Tuesday of last week. They were shot the day before by their son, James, who took his own life Tuesday when he was stopped by a deputy in his vehicle in Vernon County. Our parents, Dave and Terry Paps, were the light of our lives. They are proud grandparents to 7 grandchildren and the most loving parents to all 5 of their children. If you were lucky enough to have encountered them in your life, you know what kind, generous, and empathetic people they were. Our mom and dad both have incredible legacies of public service, particularly to the state of Wisconsin. Our mom was a lifelong educator, and there's a whole lot more there if you want to read it from Laura, Danielle, Heidi, the daughters of Dave and Terry. Mm-hmm. Tomato prices could be jumping. New tariffs on the Mexican-grown produce. Restaurant owners very concerned about that. We went shopping yesterday and picked up 1 tomato, so I think we'll be okay, but a restaurant owner in Southern California said, I give it 3 months and then we go bankrupt. July 14th today, a nearly 3-decade-old U.S.-Mexico trade agreement may give way to 20.9% tariffs on most Mexican tomato imports. That could mean higher prices for Americans at the grocery store, at the pizza parlor, anywhere that uses tomatoes. Mm-hmm. Field-grown tomatoes costing U.S. shoppers about $1.70 per round or per pound as as recently as May, according to the Bureau of Labor Stats. Consumer tomato prices could rise about 10% and demand may fall by 5% as a result of the tariffs.
Right. You think about that for yourself and you're like, okay, whatever. That, there's some cost increase there, but there's farmers markets had a fresh grown one yesterday, but it's on the large scale impact restaurants.
Well, nationwide, yeah. Yes, and there's certainly plenty of places where they don't have farmers markets and they don't have local,
But it's not individuals impacted as much as it is, obviously, large-scale restaurants and operations.
And in other animal-related news, this one is in the state of New York, Rochester, New York. Did you see the video of the guy who saw the mountain lion? Mm-mm. So there's a mountain lion on the loose in a neighborhood in Rochester, and there's Ring door cam video footage of it, and they talked to a guy named Curtis Jones on the streets to find out how he felt about the mountain lion.
Last night, I was just walking to the store, going through my little routes, getting my couple little snacks and stuff. And all of a sudden, I'm on the side over here, and I just see people running and stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? I didn't know what was going on, I was like, little nervous. Next thing I know, I just kept walking. I see mad people after I see the people run, I just see some big shit just walking, just right over here, right by the bush. It went right over here. I swear, I promise you, it went right over there. And it said, "Rah!" And I just kept walking. I seen me, see it. So in my head, I'm like, nah, I gotta go, man. I'm out. I ain't about to play with nobody. I ain't about to. Look, they probably done seen it right now, so I don't know what's going on, but we gotta keep this bat right here. I'm gonna keep this bat right here, man, just in case. I'm gonna protect this. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to us, nothing, okay?
Curtis Jones, armed with his metal baseball bat while doing the interview with the local news station, talking about the mountain lion that went, roar!
Yep. I saw it, see it, me, see it.
And it's real. There really is one. I mean, there's video footage of it from doorbell cameras, so it's not like, but it's a very funny interview. Obviously.
Yes.
But Rochester Police Department said it became aware of the video on social media that appears to show the mountain lion roaming neighborhoods. Police said that they received numerous calls about reported sightings, including one just after midnight on Thursday. Shelter in place was ordered in the area, then lifted after police were unable to verify the presence of the wild animal. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen the video and
it's definitely walking around.
I saw it, saw me, saw it, and me. And
I don't even do roller coasters, man. I'm good. I don't need no mountain lion.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We got some Evanescence coming up after Volbeat.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Evanescence, Bring Me to Life on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Again, sunny today with a high near 90. Repeat tomorrow with some showers and thunderstorms in the evening, which will cool things off. Looks like highs in the mid to upper 70s the rest of this week.
Air quality alert in effect today as well, as we still deal with the smoke from the Canadian wildfires, but that should improve as the week goes on as well.
8 to 3 on Friday, 6 to 5 on Saturday, and then 8 to 1 yesterday.
1 out to go. And he got them. Ball game over. The Brewers have won 7 consecutive games. It's a 6-0 homestand.
Brew Crew sweeping the Nationals 7 in a row, taking a break for the All-Star festivities that start up tonight. They're off till Friday when they're in L.A. to take on the Dodgers at 9:10.
Kind of on a roll.
Big time, yeah. They're 56-40 at the halfway point of the season. Not really the halfway point, but this is usually what people consider to be the halfway point when you take a break for the All-Star game. But 7-game win streak. The All-Star Celebrity Softball game is this afternoon on the MLB Network. Starts at noon. The Home Run Derby is tonight at 7 on ESPN. And then tomorrow, the All-Star Red Carpet Show starts at 1 on the MLB Network. And tomorrow evening on Fox is the MLB All-Star Game. Hard-throwing rookie Jacob Misiorowski is a National League All-Star replacement, giving the Brewers right-hander a chance to break Paul Skeen's record for the fewest big league appearances before playing in the Midsummer Classic. The Miz named Friday night to replace Chicago Cubs lefty Matthew Boyd, unavailable for the All-Star game because he is scheduled or was scheduled to start this weekend against the Yankees. And so they had to find a replacement, and they said, hey, you'll do. So the Miz is going to the game. Good for him. Ronald Acuna Jr. will not be in the Home Run Derby. He was replaced Friday by his teammate and fellow All-Star Matt Olson. Acuna is the starting outfielder for the National League, still expected to play in the All-Star game on his home field. Olson, a reserve infielder, but Ronald Acuna Jr. not going to be a part of the Home Run Derby, but his teammate Matt Olson going to fill in. And Terry Francona and the Reds closing out the first half of the 2025 MLB season yesterday by making history with the Reds' 4-2 win over the Colorado Rockies at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Terry Francona, Tito, earned his 2,000th career win as a head coach. That makes him the 13th manager in MLB history to achieve that mark. So pretty rarefied.
Yeah.
Good for Tito. And well-liked guy for the most part. It sounds like everybody that's ever been coached by him
has good
had
things to
nothing
say.
but good things to say about him, yeah. Yannick Sinner, top-ranked Yannick Sinner, defeating two-time defending champion Carlos Alcaraz 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 yesterday to win his first Wimbledon championship and reverse the result of their epic French Open last month, where Alcaraz got the win. On the women's side of things, I'm sure you saw this because your husband follows tennis, right? Iga Swiatek, though, the whitewash win over Amanda Anisimova. Scoreline that has only previously occurred in the final of the contest back in 1911.
Yeah,
6-0, 6-0. Beat her straight up. Swept her. I don't know what you call it in tennis.
Sweeping.
Sweeping? It's a sweep? A whitewash?
Yeah.
They don't get any points? And Shane Van Gisbergen, second win in a row at Sonoma. He won the two races in Chicago last weekend, and now he's done it again. Scored his third win in the last 5 races, all on road courses. He's now tied with Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Christopher Bell for most victories this year. Shane Van Gisbergen earning his 4th career Cup win Sunday. It came with his 34th series start. No driver has reached 4 wins so quickly since Parnelli Jones did it in his 31st career Cup start at Riverside, California back in January of 1967. So this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Got himself the win at Sonoma over the weekend. Sports on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get to some mac and cheese stuff. We'll hear from some Rockfest artists, including Five Finger Death Punch next.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Welcome to the show.
You know what today is.
Of course I do.
It is National Mac and Cheese Day.
It's so cheesy.
I love mac and cheese. Great.
Mac and Cheese Day. Cheesy.
I love mac and cheese.
National Mac and Cheese Day. You ready to start?
Say cheese.
Cheese. Let's start the show.
It's showtime. Hit it.
National Mac and Cheese Day. It's also National Be Nice to Bugs Day. National Grand Marnier Day. Make a little cocktail. Mm-hmm. National Nude Day, Nude. And also Shark Awareness Day. Are you aware of sharks? Shark Awareness Day is doing its job.
You're very aware of them.
I'm extremely aware of sharks.
I was watching, there's this place that we're stopping on our vacation next week that you can feed these fish called tarpons.
Yep, I know what that is.
But anyway, I guess sometimes nurse sharks and stuff are in that area
well, yeah,
too.
They're very interested in what's going on with the free food.
Yeah, so
and the humans.
Yeah, so I might see one of those real close up.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Gene.
Come on now, they're just
very nice knowing you. Shark Awareness Day, National Nude Day. I'm nude. You're nude. We're gonna have a nude party.
Also, there's a bar apparently there that's called the Garden of Eden.
And it's nude?
Correct.
Ooh.
It's a 3-story bar, and apparently on the top, it's a rooftop bar where clothing is optional.
You gonna check it out?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Apparently, it's optional. So sunbathers with lounge chairs and umbrellas just taking it all off, kind of laying around at the bar.
In honor of Mac and Cheese Day, a new survey found that 86% of Americans say it's an adult food, not just for kids.
Of course.
Yeah. I would say that I'm not going to judge anybody, but as you become an adult, you should probably start making from scratch mac and cheese as opposed to the box stuff. Now, I get it. The box stuff is delicious and it's easy and all that stuff. But,
and it's comfort.
And it harkens back to a simpler time, all that stuff. But there's a lot to be said for really kick-ass homemade mac and cheese.
I agree.
With the crumble on the top and the baked edges and all the scooping that goes on and the gooiness. Yeah. 54% of people eat macaroni and cheese weekly.
They're eating the box probably.
And
right?
most of them prefer it for dinner as opposed to lunch. Passion for mac and cheese is real. 56% of people say they would give up coffee or social media before giving up mac and cheese. I don't eat it enough to give it up. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you the last time I actually, other than going to a restaurant, but I'm not ordering mac and cheese every time I go somewhere.
No.
If it's a side or something and I see it on the menu, then
probably my daughter's favorite food in the world.
32% of people say that mac and cheese is their top comfort side, and more than 75% of people typically eat it with a fork and not a spoon.
True.
Start with the fork, end with the spoon.
Is that how that goes for you?
Well, yeah, because you got to make sure you get all of it, right? I paid for it. I'm taking it all with me. National Mac and Cheese Day, if you're looking for an excuse to...
Well, there's dinner plans.
Have some mac and cheese tonight.
Let's do that.
Maybe enjoy some mac and cheese while you're watching the Home Run Derby. Starts tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Bachelor in Paradise, new episode of that on ABC. American Ninja Warrior, semifinals tonight on NBC. And The Quiz with Balls at 8 o'clock on Fox. New series premieres on Hulu. It's called Stags. A groom and his friends go to South America for a stag party. Airport security discovers one of them smuggling cocaine. They're thrown into a prison run by 2 warring siblings.
All right.
And so they've got to figure out how to survive in this prison while they deal with their legal stuff. While these 2 brothers are going at it. Or running the prison, yeah. Late night shows. Fallon is back. He's got Eagles running back Saquon Barkley and Louis Capaldi as his guests. Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso is going to be on with Kimmel. Shane Gillis also going to be on, so is Bush. Kimmel hosted this week by Chris DiStefano. Stephen Colbert is a repeat, and Seth Meyers is new with Nicole Scherzinger and Jack McBrayer. That's what's on the boob tube. Probably not going to be watching too much television tonight. Got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff. I gotta go pick up this RV. I have no idea what it looks like. I don't know how big it is. All I know is that it's new and it's going to have water in it. And I'm looking forward to it.
So those are good things. That's positive.
Yeah. So looking forward to it. We already got yesterday we spent an hour or two kind of putting a bunch of stuff on the kitchen table that we're going to be loading into the camper
You're headed
to
to
take with
Rockfest
us
in
for
Cadott.
Rockfest. Yep. Saw a lot of people already on their way up there. I think they started opening the gates on Sunday.
Yeah, didn't somebody we know
Yesterday?
drop off a camper yesterday or
So,
something?
yeah. So we'll get there sometime tomorrow afternoon. But, yeah, we've got, making a mental checklist of all the things that we want to bring. Coffee maker, toaster, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the grocery store, got some food. My wife, of course, keeps putting things in the in the cart, and I'm like, honey, we're just buying stuff for Rockfest. We're not doing grocery shops. Oh, yeah.
We only need what we need this week. This is what
the-
we're trying to do here.
Part of the problem, too, is there were some good sales.
Yeah.
There were 2 for $5 on English muffins.
So
And so we got it, whatever. They'll go in the freezer. They'll be fine. But, yeah. No,
Well, the weather looks very agreeable for you. I mean, today and tomorrow it's going to be hot and humid, but then what? You're talking 77, 73, 78, 80. I mean,
and
that's awesome.
that has thrown a monkey in the wrench when it comes to my wife's outfit plans. There's had to been some changes because the temperature is going to be a little different. So some of the things that she was planning on wearing apparently not going to work with the chillier temperatures.
But you're not going to be miserable.
I'm not. I'm going to be loving it.
Yeah, and the nights look good too. Like Saturday night was real nice. It got cool on Saturday. We actually had a campfire on Saturday night, and it looks like you've got lows this week like that again.
Yeah.
57, 54.
There is also stacks of laundry, my wife's laundry, pretty much everywhere in the house. I think she legitimately did every single piece of clothing that she has went through the wash and the dryer this weekend.
There's piles.
I didn't know where she went on Saturday morning. She just kind of got up and left the living room, and then I went looking for her, and she was downstairs, and there was. So we have like a table. It's, I don't know, 5x5. It's a square table down there, like, a couple of high it's like a bar top table.
Uh-huh.
That was covered with like stacks of shirts and other clothing items. And then all the back of the couch, we got one of those big wraparound couches down there. And
All stacked up.
All stacked up on the back of the couch. And I was like, what's going on? She's like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to bring to Rockfest. And I said, all right.
I'm going to go do something else.
And whatever. I leave it at that. It's all, yeah.
It's good.
I'm like, as long as I got enough underwear, I'll be all right. Other than,
T-shirts.
like a couple of T-shirts, a couple of pairs of underwear, I'll be good to go.
Yeah.
I probably should ask her if she wants to use the 2 big suitcases, and I'll use the 1 small suitcase, because we have 2 big ones that are about the same size, and then we have 1 smaller one. And typically,
You could do a backpack probably.
well, typically when we travel, I will, like, if we're going for a week somewhere, I'll take one of the big ones. She'll take another big one, and then she'll put all of her like toiletry stuff in the smaller one. Bags of makeup and hair stuff, but this time around, it may require, from the looks of it, it may require both of the large suitcases for her. I don't know what is going on there, but yeah.
Traveling.
It's a scene, man. Looking forward to going, though. They got a lot of stuff. We're going to talk more about Rockfest a bit later on, obviously. We got an online rock stop starting at 8 o'clock this morning. Your chance to qualify for the bike. Also, going to be talking about pizza in a bit.
Mac and cheese and pizza on the same day.
And a very interesting way to try to cool your home down.
All right, I'm all about that.
Right now, Disturbed, Dave Draymond, Tom Morello going at it. The Israel-Palestine thing. War of words waged online between Disturbed frontman Dave Draymond and Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello. They're not friendly.
They don't seem like they'd be 2 guys that would have a lot in common to hang out. No.
Here is Disturbed Now with Prayer.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
3 Days Grace with So-Called Life. Saturday. Going to see them at Rockfest. It's creeping on a come-up. Be here before you know it, Gene.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Five Finger Death Punch, Manson.
Like literally.
Everybody going to be there.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be there. It's going to be nice. It was in my memories the other day when we were at Rockfest a number of years ago, and it was also mild. And I had all of us were wearing hoodies, yeah. It was a little group photo that we took, me and Fish and Ben and Cooper and a bunch of us. And
so it was actually this kind of weather where you're talking about the 70s and 50s at night?
I remember it vividly because I was so happy to go. Because like most of the time I'm like, all right, man, let's just get through this. It's going to be bad, but we'll be all right. We'll be all right. And I'm always trying to find ways to beat the heat while I'm up there. But this year it looks like I won't have to beat anything. Rock-fest.com for all the details. We'll talk more about that a bit later on this morning. a GameStop in New York, right? You know what a GameStop is?
I sure do. Yeah.
They were in the news last month. What happened last month? When you're talking about video games, I don't know if you're aware. Thought maybe your kid might have.
I guess not.
The Nintendo Switch 2 came out.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very popular.
Yes.
Obviously, droves of people going to get Nintendo Switch 2.
Yes.
So this GameStop was in the news last month in New York after a bunch of Nintendo Switch 2s got ruined because an employee at the store accidentally stapled receipts directly to the boxes. And some of the staples were so long they went through the box and into the console screen and ruined the Switch.
Whoa!
Right? The store, to their credit, replaced all of the busted Nintendo Switch 2s. And now it's led to some even better news because GameStop is now auctioning off the first Nintendo Switch 2 that got stapled along with the staple and the stapler that did it and giving all the money to charity. An auction is up on eBay with proceeds going to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals, which we work hand in hand.
Yes.
Over $250,000.
Shush up.
I can't shush up, Gene, because it's for real. It's a true story.
That's not true.
It's a true story. If you go to ebay.com, GameStop Staplegate Charity Auction is the name of the auction. There's over 284 bids, and right now it's at about $250,000. And again, it comes with the stapler. It comes with the Nintendo Switch 2. It comes with the staple, and it's also got a certificate of authenticity. So what's so funny is they've got a picture of the staple in a little plastic baggie on the Nintendo Switch GameStop auction that's online right now. The infamous Switch 2 stapler has been acknowledged and collected by GameStop, which is now auctioning it off to proceeds go to Children's Miracle Network. It was $16,900 after 17 bids, and now it's up to $250,000.
So somebody's putting some money on there to be generous and to help out the Children's Miracle Network for, a great cause. It took off, huh?
GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen said the Nintendo Switch 2 console, serial number, blah, 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 was the recipient of the above-mentioned staple. Refurbished by GameStop Corp., the screen has been repaired. It is ready for play. It is the first known console to be officially stapled during a product launch by GameStop. If this reaches six figures, I will include my underwear. Not quite sure why anybody would want his underwear.
I don't know either.
I think he was just trying to add to the weirdness of it, and that's the best thing he could come up with was I'll throw in my underwear.
And probably didn't think it was going to get to six figures.
Yeah, and here we are. Here we are. Elsewhere in incredible news and stories about people doing things that make me feel like
I should do more.
Even the worst piece of crap. There's an 80-year-old guy in Florida. His name is Bob Becker. And he just became the oldest person to complete what's called the world's toughest foot race. The Badwater Ultra Marathon is a 135-mile run through Death Valley. And you've got 48 hours to finish it.
Oh,
and he got it done with 3 hours to spare.
When you turn 80, think of other things to do, not this. To have this kind of a welcome and all along the course, and pretty overwhelming, really. It's fabulous, it really was. And I'm just so glad that we were able to make the finish line this time.
It's amazing. You are strong at 77, but most people wouldn't imagine that you could rebuild yourself even stronger at 80.
I had a score to settle, buddy.
Bob Becker running the Badwater 135, the world's toughest foot race.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Through California's Death Valley. Temperatures crazy. Hottest region on the planet in the middle of summer. Swollen feet, bloody blisters, hallucinations sometimes. This guy just loves to run. Resident of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, stunning the competition, finishing the race about 3 hours before the 48-hour time limit. He was one of 93 people to complete the course this year, including many other finishers past middle age. So, late in life, just...
running through a desert?
Got a score to settle, he said.
Ugh.
Right?
And you don't want to mow your lawn if it's a little too warm.
Yeah, if it's in the 80s, I don't know if I want to mow my lawn. This guy's out here running ultra marathons in the heat in Death Valley. I'm in the middle of the country, and I'm like, ooh, it's sweaty. It's a little sweaty out. I don't know if I can go outside. I'm uncomfortable. Yeah. That dude's a badass, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza talk in just a couple minutes. Online Rock Stop starts at 8. We'll get to Bad News, Happy Music as well, and we'll take a preview of Rockfest, take a look at the lineup, see what we're excited about, some of the other stuff that's going to be happening up there this week. Very excited about all the other stuff. There's
a lot of cool things.
A lot of cool things that are going to be happening.
Reading that email, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. More on that in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
You said you had your air conditioning on more than you'd like to?
Yeah.
Because it's been so swassy lately?
Yeah. I mean, it feels like usually in the summer, we don't turn it on unless it's, a upper 80, 90 degree day. If it's low 80s or, and the humidity isn't, then we have our windows open a lot. But it feels like I've had my air on constantly since the middle of May this summer. And that usually is not the case. I'd love to open up the windows.
I'm actually going to turn mine off this week, but only because I'm going to Rockfest.
Oh, yeah. And open up later on the week in the 70s. That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, we won't be opening the windows because we're going to be gone, obviously. So we don't want to leave the windows open.
In case it rains.
All that stuff. But, going to turn the AC off because, like I said, we're going to be at Rockfest. So there's no need to have it on. But definitely the moment I get home, it's going back on, and I'm shuttering the house. I can't live with the windows open in the summertime. It doesn't work for me. If you are having trouble keeping your home cool this summertime, here's a new hack.
Okay, tell me about this.
Yogurt on your windows. Now, in the wintertime, to keep the heat in, you see a lot of people put cellophane.
Oh, we used to do that
over their windows, right? Especially if you got a real drafty house.
Yeah, the back porch has got old, crappy windows.
Or if you've got, like a mud room that's kind of, or like a 3-season porch that's got a bunch of screens and they're really big and you can't really shutter it up. So you just throw up some cellophane or some kind of.
Where you use the hairdryer and it tightens. And
a researcher in the UK has found that you can keep your home more than 6 degrees cooler.
That's significant.
By simply covering your windows in yogurt. The yogurt forms a thin film on the window itself, reflects some of the incoming solar radiation due to its light color, so less heat will pass through.
So I'm using like a paintbrush, and I'm just painting a thin layer on my glass.
They say a roller is probably best. So you take a bunch of yogurt, you dump it into a pan, and then you roll it on. The scientists used a supermarket brand of Greek yogurt, has a fat percentage of about 10%. Plain. Probably not a lot of berries getting.
Yeah, you're just going with straight
random chunks of strawberries on
the
windows.
Inside or the outside?
No. You want on the outside.
I know. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Why? How is that good?
Obviously, a lot of questions. It is applied from the outside, painted on with a roller. If you're worried about the smell,
I was just going to ask about that.
The yogurt supposedly smells for 30 seconds while it's drying, but as soon as it dries, the smell disappears.
Does it attract bugs?
They didn't say what inspired the idea to use yogurt of all things, other than that this could be a very low-cost way to keep things cool. And they say it's not messy. In fact, you can keep it on for a while as long as there isn't a heavy rain that washes it off. And it's simple to wash off with a cloth and some water. They also say it hasn't been known to attract insects or other pests.
That was my other question. Isn't it going to be full of flies and all buggy and stuff?
You'd think, like rotting yogurt, something that typically would attract all sorts of varmint.
Yes.
But no.
No.
If you're looking for something a little less eccentric, right? You don't want to have to explain it to the neighbors. What are you doing over there, Gene? Well, I'm just putting yogurt on.
Well, now I'm thinking, so all the windows, and then it rains, and now I'm doing it again. And
they also found that you could block your windows with tinfoil to help keep the heat out.
Oh, jeez, that's going to really make the neighbors think something crazy is going on.
Not only that, but the cops may show up and be like, what you cooking in there?
Yeah. Don't mind my lab.
They say it's almost twice as effective as the yogurt hack, but if you're
also super weird.
If you're struggling and you're looking for something to help keep the heat down in your house, get some yogurt, some Greek yogurt, and rub it all over your windows. That's one way to do it. Or you could just get a really well manufactured home with airtight windows.
Well, I'm thinking maybe if you're in an urban area and you have an apartment and it doesn't, it cools, but it doesn't cool good enough, that, and you only have a couple windows to do.
National Mac and Cheese Day. We were talking about this earlier. This is pizza. Have you ever had a mac and cheese pizza?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's okay.
The average number of slices sold in the U.S.
Of mac and cheese pizza?
No, of just pizza.
Oh, quadrillion. I don't know. It's how big can it go? A lot.
The average that America has when it comes to selling pizza slices, these are just slices, in America, an average of 350 slices per second are sold in America. Every second in America, 350 slices of pizza are sold, if you do the averages. That works out to, I did the math, and hopefully my math is right, 21,000 every minute. 21,000 slices of pizza every single minute in America. 1,260,000 for every hour. Do the multiplication.
I can't. My head already blew
Every
up.
day, 30,240,000 slices of pizza are sold in America every day. You want to bust it out to a week? 211,680,000 every week.
That's what I said.
And now that you're into the billions.
Yeah.
Every single year, 11,007,360,000 slices of pizza sold every year in America. Because 350 slices are sold every second.
And that's not a whole pie, is what you're saying. That's like getting a slice. Like,
Well, it may, I don't know exactly how they figured out the number, but if they took into account that the average pizza has 8 slices, or if they just did single slice. Yeah, but that's a lot of pizza.
Yeah. You know that's going to be a huge number. Think
Pizza. Speaking of food, corn truck already over there at...
really?
What's the place on the south side?
Yeah. No, I know.
Java Juice, Java Vino. Java Vino saw that. Yeah, of course, we went to nothing. Look, I'm not bagging on Festival Foods and their food selection. It's fine. But we were in Festival yesterday.
You got corn and then you
corn because we were making food tonight. And I was like, hey, you want to have some corn? And she's like, yeah, sure. And so we grabbed a couple of ears of corn. And then as we were leaving, I happened to see, and I'm like, God damn it, the corn truck's over there already.
I didn't think it would be till August, but that's great.
We drove past the 4th of July, and it was certainly high enough. I don't know if it's ready for picking, but some of it must be.
We drove to see my mom down by Madison in Sauk City on Saturday, and man, the corn looks amazing.
Delish.
I mean, it's so high. It's doing really well between the heat and the rain, and it's been really a good year. So hopefully we keep that weather without something severe and damaging coming through the area, because it looks good for farmers. Looks real good.
Metallica coming up after Mammoth. It's the latest stuff from Wolfgang Van Halen. It's called The End.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
Metallica. I was just talking to my guy Rupel over the weekend, bartender at Dell's, and Roops told me that he went and saw Metallica for the first time ever.
Really?
At Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado recently. Yeah, of course, as a person who's seen Metallica numerous times, I was shocked by that news. Because he's, I don't know, probably in his mid to late 30s, maybe 40s. And I was just like, really? And he's into the music, too. It's not like one of those things where he wasn't really into it but yeah.
Well, that's cool that he went to Denver and saw him, though. That's a hell of a trip.
Very good for him. Said it was awesome. Said Limp Bizkit were great. I'm glad he had a good time. Yeah, no doubt. Hard to have a bad time when you're at a Metallica show. Brew Crew beating the Nationals over the weekend. 8-3 on Friday, 6-5 on Saturday, then 8-1 yesterday. They finished the first half of the regular season at 56-40. They have a 7-game winning streak, and they are off until Friday when they're in L.A. to take on the Dodgers at 9:10 p.m. The All-Star game gets started, or the All-Star week, if you will, gets started with the Home Run Derby tonight on ESPN. Then tomorrow night, it's the All-Star game on Fox. The Miz is going to be there as a reserve.
Last-minute choice?
Yeah, right-hander. Chance to pitch in the Midsummer Classic. We'll see if he gets in there. Ndamukong Suh announcing his retirement from the NFL this weekend, crediting his father as my idol, my coach, and my anchor. The defensive lineman said it's time to let football go. You've done everything you set out to do. Now it's time for the next chapter. Widely considered to be one of the best players at his position, but also widely considered to be one of the dirtiest players in the NFL for the length of his career. Happy Gilmore 2 coming out on Netflix.
A lot of hype about that.
In a couple of weeks. And collectors and golfers are going to be trying to get their hands on the brand new Callaway Happy Gilmore 2 limited edition Odyssey hockey stick putters and golf balls.
Yeah, they are.
I know that's a little bit of word salad there, but Callaway has got some new hockey stick putters.
I see them. They look awesome.
And they are awesome looking. I don't know how functional they are, but along with the release of the sequel to Adam Sandler's beloved comedy, set for July 25th on Netflix, Callaway announcing the launch of Odyssey putters, which are available at Dick's and Golf Galaxy, along with golf balls inspired by the film. The design of the putter, which will cost $500. FYI.
I know. I was just like,
it's not
this
cheap.
is neat. Maybe I'll get it. Nope.
Was
Nope.
agreed upon quickly. It was the head covers that took nearly a month of back and forth before they figured it out. But yeah, if you're really into Happy Gilmore or kitschy collectible type stuff, then the new Callaway Happy Gilmore 2 limited edition Odyssey hockey stick putters that look like a hockey stick.
Apparently you can't use them in competition, but obviously you're probably just
you're out with the boys.
Fun golfing, yeah. Designed for faster swings by...
And over the weekend, the UFC was in Nashville, where Derek Lewis demolished a guy in 35 seconds. I was talking to a guy at the bar yesterday, and he said, he's like, I went down to do some laundry, and I stopped, to get a beer out of the fridge, and I come back, and they said the fight's over. And I was like, well, that sucks. I did not watch the fight, but I did see the aftermath.
35 seconds?
Yeah, he's the knockout guy. He's pretty badass. But UFC fighters have a history of saying things in their post-fight interviews when they're amped up. You know, the juices are flowing. They just had a successful match in the octagon, right? A lot of adrenaline's going, pumping through your body. Brock Lesnar, of course, way back in the day, talked about getting on top of his wife.
And hell, I might even get on top of my wife tonight. Yep. See y'all later. Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen.
Derek Lewis, to his credit, has already said some things in the octagon after a fight. He had an issue with his shorts. He had a wardrobe malfunction. You might remember that one. And they asked him why he didn't try to put his shorts back on.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hot. I understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Joe Rogan understands about your balls being hot.
Yeah.
And then this weekend, I should say, after his fight where he successfully knocked a guy out in 35 seconds, and then he had his lovely wife in the octagon with him, Daniel Cormier was in there asking Derek Lewis what he planned on doing next.
Derek, back in the win column, extending your record for most knockouts in UFC history. What do you want next, my friend?
I've been gone for 2 weeks, so I want my wife next. It's going to be a lot of ground and pounding. Ground and pounding. She know what it is. Fine ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the beast, Derek Lewis.
She knows what it is.
She knows what it is.
Fine ass. She's standing right there looking good. And he even looked at her before he was going to say it, and she kind of, she got that, oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm sure he was sending her messages the whole time like, babe, you better be ready because I'm going to knock this guy out in 35 seconds, and we going home, and we doing the damn thing. Yeah.
He couldn't spend more than 35 seconds on it. He had places
He had
to be.
other stuff to do.
Yeah.
I've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You gave that poor lady a break is what you did. She needed it. She had a bath, and she was able to get her nails done, and I heard it. Yes. Get off her for a minute, will you? Jesus. 2 weeks, this guy. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I'm going to go home and ground and pound on my wife.
She knows.
She knows what's that about. So funny. Derek Lewis. Great knockout, great post-fight interview. Always good for a quote. He's got a dog celebration that he does where he urinates on the opponent's corner. Yeah, it's
okay. All right.
Marking his territory.
I didn't need that probably. Part of the story.
He doesn't actually.
I know. It's
imagery, Gene. Imagery. Yes. Papa Roach coming up in just a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
That is Bad Flower with Pause on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Up near 90 today with some sunshine. Lots of it, actually. Got to get that lawn mowed, though. Got to do it.
A little warm today, a little warm tomorrow, then some rain, and then much cooler temperatures for the rest of the week and for Rockfest and Cadott. Looks like in the 70s. The air quality is going to get better, too. It's a problem today.
I'm not too worried about the air quality because, honestly, the beating my liver is going to take is way worse than what this air quality is going to do to my lungs.
I'm just saying today is still under that warning if it affects you.
Bonus bash on Wednesday includes Eve 6 and Drowning Pool, who we just saw about 2 weeks ago at the Big River Rally. Got to bring them their stuff that they forgot in the camper.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's a band called Born of Osiris.
And why do you have that look on your face?
Because they recently needed to find a new guitarist, and they posted about it on social media, and the comments are gold. FYI, it was maybe about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and my wife is just dying laughing, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? She's like, there's a band called Born of Osiris, and I said, yeah, they're going to be at Rockfest. She said, they're looking for a new guitarist, and the comments are great. They're hilarious, and so we went down a little bit of a wormhole following the comments. But Born of Osiris, Drowning Pool, Eve 6, Wednesday nights for the bonus bash. Then Thursday, Rob Zombie. Yeah.
That's the one you're looking for?
I've seen Rob Zombie so many times, I'm looking forward to Slaughter to Prevail. I want to see what his face looks like. So the lead singer of Slaughter to Prevail is a guy named Alex Terrible.
Okay.
And he's a bare knuckle fighter on the side, right? He's into a lot of stuff, right? He's a interesting cat, to say the least. And he just had a bare knuckle fight, and his face was basically broken in half. Like it looks like something out of a movie. You know what I mean? There's like this big jagged like
his nose is all,
and that was like maybe a week or two ago. And he's playing on Thursday at Rockfest, so it'll be interesting to see how healed up the face is.
All right, that's on Thursday.
Lead singer. And they do a really killer wall of death. I don't know what's going to happen with that, with Rockfest, because it's not... Up in the... On the hill there, where there's no chairs, maybe they might have they might have some people try. It's not really the venue for a wall of death.
It's not.
Also, the return of Crossfade. They're back on the stage. I haven't seen them in a number of years. They got back together, got the band back together, and are going to be at Rockfest on Thursday. Taproot as well. Looking forward to them. Friday, I'm really excited for Marilyn Manson. That's kind of the big thing for me this year. Looking forward to seeing Manson. I always enjoy Manson's performances. Obviously, within this moment and Five Finger Death Punch, both on the Friday lineup, you got to assume that Maria Brink's going to come out for a little duet with their new song.
I was just talking to one of our other coworkers about that. There's going to have to be, don't you think, some sort of crossover there?
You would assume, yeah. Also, Nothing More. Haven't seen them in a few years. They always have a hell of a stage and a setup, and I believe they're on the Bud Light Who's on Top stage, so that'll be interesting. Mushroom Head, that should be interesting as well. Thankfully, it won't be 8 billion degrees outside, so those guys won't be vomiting inside of their masks.
Yes.
Sweating to death.
So crazy.
Saturday, We Came as Romans. That's a band I've never seen, so I'm excited for them. Also, I know my wife's really jacked up for Poppy. I haven't gotten my list yet of who we're doing the stage intros and meet and greets for, so I don't know if that's a thing, but that was one that I asked for. I wanted to make sure that if I had a chance for the Poppy, so that my wife could get back there and meet her.
Yeah, but I did see some of the notes that you were sent.
Yeah,
about
3
some
days.
of the other stuff going on. It sounds so cool, some of the stuff that's happening other than just the music you're talking about.
Yeah, the largest rock and camping event in the U.S., 3 days, 5 stages, 80-plus bands, 7,500 campsites, excuse me. They do have a Rockfest app. It'll keep you up to date while you're on the grounds. If you can download that, download the Rockfest app. It's free in the Apple Store or Google Play. You can make a personal schedule as well on the app, get the latest updates. They've got, VIPs as well, bars and charities. They're not just serving drinks, but they're also doing it for a good cause. Your drink makes a difference. Every time you buy one, it helps support local nonprofits like Joshua's Camp, the Jana Kelly Foundation, the Seymour Ball Club, and Benjamin's House. Drink up and know that you're doing a good thing for the community while you do that. They've got an on-site chiropractor.
I saw that. Chair massages, that sound bath meditation. Will you check into that for me when you're there?
My wife mentioned it to me, and I said, that's more of a you thing. I don't know if I'm going to be going out in the woods and doing... That's the bowls, right? Where they hit the bowl and they...
But it's also set up in that the woods, which is like a walking trail.
They're doing a yoga. Yeah, it's over by where Doc used to camp. Now he's in the corporate VIP with me, so...
That's cool.
The theme days, Thursday is Zombie Day, Zombie Apocalypse Day. Friday's theme is iconic album covers.
Dude, that could be so awesome.
Saturday is glam metal glitz. They've got yoga in the woods along with the sound bath meditation. The Screaming Hollow is back, and they've got kickboxing this year. Now, they've had some wrestling before, but they've got kickboxing this year, and daily matches are at 3:20, 5:15, and 7:25. Over 120 fighters step into the ring. I was reading this to my wife yesterday, just kind of going over what's happening at Rockfest, and she's like, wait, you can fight at Rock? And I said, no, these are people that are trained professionals that are fighting, like the wrestlers. I can't just walk into the ring and
be like,
and
hey,
fight
I'm
some
here.
guy. That's not,
It's a kickboxers, honey.
But yeah, kickboxing.
So much going on. I couldn't believe that when I was looking at some of those other things. I was like, well, that's really neat. You should check that out. So.
Yeah. Well, and that's just a brief smattering of the things that are happening at Rockfest, food and drinks and bands and all that stuff. And it's going to be a hell of a good time. And weather looks like it's going to cooperate. My guy Tyler wants to hear some Born of Osiris. I'll try to get to that in just a bit. He wants to hear Bow Down. I'm going to be seeing Tyler later on when I pick up my RV.
Thumbs up.
Can't wait. I'll get to some Born of Osiris if I've got some time here in just a little bit. Right now it's Green Day.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on a Monday where it's going to be hot and swassy. 89 with lots of sunshine. Stay hydrated, stay in the shade, stay indoors with the air conditioning. Keep an eye on your kids, pets, old people, all that stuff. Another hot one tomorrow, but then some showers and thunderstorms move into the area tomorrow night, and it'll cool things off. It's going to be really nice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Sure is.
Really nice.
Really nice.
Got a message on Facebook from Darcy. Tell Gene I've been to that bar. A woman was giving a man a handy. It was hard not to look. LOL.
Whoa.
So where is this bar, this nude clothing optional bar that you're going to?
So it's in Key West. It's just where we're going. And it's called the Garden of Eden.
The Garden of Eden or Eden?
Eden.
Eden. E-D-E-N. Okay. So
but it's the third...
The third floor is clothing optional. So you get up there, then you take the clothes off? You get a locker to put your clothes in? Or you just
I don't know any. I didn't even find... I just found out about it yesterday because I was looking at...
How did you find out about it? Somebody tell you? Or?
No, I was looking at, like... the best bars in
on and this
Wall
was one
Street.
that came up, huh?
Well, I think it became up because
of the nudity.
Yes, maybe that it's not a best bar, but because it's
known for its nudity. Right. What else do they do on the first two floors?
Clothing is optional.
What about the first? Is there like a dueling pianos on floor number 2?
I think it's the Bull is on the bottom, and then Whistle Bar, and then Garden of Eden.
Okay, because that was one of the things that we realized about Nashville was that the bars all have multiple
games.
levels and.
So there's a lot of that stuff to do. It sounds like on a wraparound porch, so you can look out over the street, and then the Bull is, I guess, as where musicians play. So it's a live music stage. Second floor is games, and
so it's not just clothing optional; it's also handy optional.
And then the third, apparently,
out in the open handies. That's how I like them.
On a rooftop.
That's how I like them, Gene. Out in the open.
Just
oh my God. Speaking of that.
Oh, is this a Rockfest story?
No. This is a yesterday story, and I hope he gets a lot of text messages about this one. My guy Hot Sauce from the Helm.
Yes.
So, trying to find the Red Sox game yesterday, and obviously the Brewers were on, the Red Sox were on, the Cubs were on, so there was a lot of competition, plenty of TVs and whatever, trying to find, well, he's got a Fire Stick, right? And he's trying to find my game on his Fire Stick. And there's some website or whatever that he's got on his Fire Stick, and it's porn, and he accidentally clicked on it, and for a minute, all the TVs in the Helm are like, it was really adult stuff, too. It wasn't like softcore, like Red Shoe Diaries type things on Skinamax. This was like hardcore, in-your-face, XXX, right? And we weren't the only ones in the bar. There was other customers. I'm like... It was,
dude.
Yeah. So there was a lot of laughing and a lot of jokes, and if you weren't at the Helm yesterday at about 10:30, you missed out on some real hardcore action on the TV screens thanks to Hot Sauce and his stupid Fire Stick, and he deleted it real quick.
I bet he did.
Oh, yeah. Thank God there weren't any kids in there. Very adult, much like this bar that you're going to in Key West.
Very adult.
Also got a text from Ogre earlier, said, What would you rather give up if you had to? Pizza or mac and cheese? I know it's not Hypothetical Thursday yet. Yeah, it is not Hypothetical Thursday, but I would give up mac and cheese over pizza.
Me too.
There's
That's
just
easy.
so many varieties for pizza.
And I eat pizza like once a week, probably.
I definitely eat pizza once a week, if not more.
Yep, agreed.
And I love mac and cheese, but I don't eat it as often as I eat pizza, and I just, I'm good,
There's nothing, a frozen pizza, the convenience and the fact that you have a meal in 30 minutes and there's different, and like you said.
I love pasta, but there's also a million other pastas out there, right? I could eat fettuccine Alfredo, or I could eat spaghetti and meatballs, or I could go with angel hair and some garlic butter, So it would be mac and cheese over pizza for sure if I had to give one up. Thanks, Ogre. Appreciate it. And thanks, Darcy, for the heads up on the handies going on down there.
Apparently. It's really small deck. I mean, it's not that big of a place. I don't know how many people you can hold up there.
Careful there. How small is that deck?
It's small.
Would you prefer a larger deck?
It seems like if you were, it would be hard to
Jean's a size queen. She likes big decks, and she cannot lie.
It would be hard to not look, I think, because it's not.
I wonder if that guy had a big deck, and Darcy was getting a good view of it. Good look at his deck.
See, look. How many naked people do you think you could put up there with regular people with clothes on and not look?
Good that they got an awning thing there, so you don't have to get your wiener sunburns. You know what I mean? You can get some shade. Is all the handy stuff on the fringes and not under the tent? You really want someone's open, exposed butt cheeks sitting under your stool? I don't want that. All right, friggin' sports after Dorothy.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
Dorothy with Tombstone Town on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Got to hang out with her the last time I was at Rockfest.
Yeah, I know you did backstage, wasn't it?
Yeah, did a little interview, meet and greet type thing, and asked her for some makeup tips for my wife, because my wife was like, how does she keep her makeup so nice when she's up there sweating and going crazy? I couldn't remember a word she said about makeup when I got back to the booth, though, so I didn't have any information to share with my wife. I should have had her write it down.
She said words. You asked her questions. She said things,
Dude,
and then you left.
Hot chicks and leather, and I'm supposed to remember what she's saying about makeup? Give me a break. All right? She's wearing leather back there. Sorry. The friggin' sports! Brought to you by the Joliet Slammers. Will you do me a favor and find out how far it is to drive from here to Joliet, where the Slammers play, the Joliet Slammers? Because next week, on Tuesday, I might have to take the day off and head to Joliet to see the Slammers. The Joliet Slammers, next Tuesday, partnering with PBR, Pabst Light, in an attempt to break a world record for the most hot dogs dropped by a helicopter in 1 hour. The Slammers will be dropping 2,600 packaged hot dogs for fans to enjoy in between one of the game's breaks in between innings. To get the party started, the Slammers and Pabst Light are excited to kick off the night with a $2.60 ticket special. Fans can get their $2.60 tickets for any lawn or infield reserve seat for the night when using the promo code Wiener26 online at JolietSlammers.com or at the Slammers box office. The ticket special will end on Monday at midnight, so I won't be able to take advantage of that unless I buy them online in advance. But along with the regularly scheduled food and drink deals the Slammers have on Tuesdays, they'll be offering Pabst Light cans for only $2 to celebrate the recent release of Pabst Light.
And then they're going to drop hot dogs?
And one of the owners of the team said, we've done a lot of wild promotions at the ballpark, but dropping 2,600 hot dogs from a helicopter for fans to eat to attempt a world record, that's a new one even for us. Partnering with Pabst Light to celebrate their new beer in the most absurd, delicious way possible just felt right. We've got beer, baseball, hot dogs, and helicopters, and a $2.60 ticket. What more do you need for a great Tuesday night in Joliet? What is that, like 5 hours from here?
About.
Yeah, I can't do that right after Rockfest.
Yeah. It's about 5 and yeah.
It'd be fun,
Chicago.
though.
Oh, my gosh. It sounds like a blast.
2,600 hot dogs getting dropped on the fans in between a couple of innings during the Joliet Slammers game, and they got $2 Pabst Light.
Just use the promo code Wieners.
Wiener26. when you go to JolietSlammers.com. Wiener26 is the promo code if you want to go see the Joliet Slammers and catch some hot dogs out of a helicopter.
Hell yeah.
Who doesn't, right? That's America. The friggin' sports brought to you by the Joliet Slammers. We've got bad news, happy music coming up in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril. Now that's just nasty. Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
There is a former Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department deputy who has now pled guilty to a federal drug charge, admitting that he attempted to smuggle over a pound of heroin into a jail facility in the Santa Clarita Valley in a Pringles can.
Potato crisps in a tube. Pop it up and get in the mood. Once you pop, you can stop.
So he was smuggling it in, not out.
Yes. I guess he was
selling it.
Probably.
Yes.
Michael Meiser, M-E-I-S-E-R, pleading guilty last week to one count of possession with intent to distribute heroin. This is from a April 2024 incident in which Meiser, then working as a deputy at the North County Correctional Facility, coordinated with inmates to bring drugs into the jail in exchange for cash payments, including through the Cash App digital wallet. You mean there's a digital trail of this guy's?
No kidding. You're Venmoing some meth?
Federal prosecutors say Meiser accepted $1,500 sent to a relative by someone connected to an inmate on April 24th. 6 days later, he drove to a gas station in Valencia and retrieved a plastic grocery bag from a woman linked to the same inmate. Inside the bag were 2 Pringles cans packed with approximately 511 grams, or 1.1 pounds, of heroin, along with $15,000 in cash, his alleged payment for the delivery. So this guy was just a mule. The woman was getting the heroin.
And then
this guy, because he had the way in, was bringing it in. Yeah. According to the documents, he then placed the items into a green backpack, which also contained his loaded handgun, drove to a colleague's apartment complex and entered the colleague's truck and traveled to the jail. Once past the security checkpoint, he placed the Pringles cans in the trunk of a radio car, hiding them beneath computer towers, removed the cash and placed it in his backpack before heading to the jail's gym with the other deputy. Meiser then met with an inmate involved in the smuggling operation, spoke with him for several minutes. As he left the jail, in the passenger seat of the same truck, investigators stopped the vehicle, and that's when he was caught. Now he pled guilty. So there's that. This bad news with happy music, by the way, is going to have several incidents. Several incidents of this happened again. Here's one. Security cameras recording at an Ohio community center when a small child climbed into a claw machine and became stranded among the stuffed animals.
Yes, favorite. Love that. I'm glad it was never my kids that did it, but I love it when you see it. And they don't get hurt. Usually they're just sitting there and then they've got to open it up to get them.
The kid sees it, right? And it looks almost like a mall. And you see him kind of looking down. He's looking to see if anybody's wondering what he's up to. And then he kind of goes over there and he's sort of messing around with it for a little bit. There's a woman who walks by him. And then he's down on his... Oh, yeah, there he goes. Climbing right into it. An old guy with a cane walks by, sees the kid's legs dangling out of the machine and stops. And then the lights blink on the machine, and the next thing you know, the kid's in there. Surveillance footage from the Mason Community Center shows the movement of the child as he looks into the claw machine at the prizes and then climbs inside.
Yeah.
A volunteer only noticing as the boy's legs disappear into the machine. Then they got to come and they got to wheel this machine out of the way and get a bunch of people over there and try to figure out how to get this kid out of there.
I love that.
Police and EMS summoned to the incident, brought the machine inside the building to be partially disassembled. Oof. The child, who was not injured, was reunited with his mom, who he presented with a new stuffed animal. Aww. Gave his mom a stuffy. That's what he wanted to do in there.
Mm-hmm. Those are so great. They're usually... Well, remember the brothers? Like, he was in Australia, and they used him, and then he emptied it all out.
They took all the toys. You'd think that there'd be a better way you wouldn't have to disassemble the machine. Like, there'd be a door or something.
Just open it up.
Like on the top, like that you open up, and that's where you dump all the toys in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, they had to disassemble parts of this thing. Here's another story of, that happened again. A child got a hold of mom's old iPhone, got on Amazon, and spent a butt ton of money buying things.
You bought 7 cars on Amazon. 7 ride-on cars on Amazon. You spent over $3,000 on Amazon today. How did you do that? You are in so much trouble.
He opened a drawer up underneath the TV console and he found an old iPhone. Charged the phone, got on Amazon. He's 5, but he knows what Amazon is. He's seen us get on it before. Me and my husband's phones that we have, you have to have Face ID to check out on Amazon because that was an updated feature. Well, this old iPhone of mine did not have that updated feature, and I don't know if it's because the app was not updated or what, but he was able to check out just by clicking the Buy Now button, and of course our cards are logged onto there.
So these, like,
old phone.
Barbie Jeeps? Is that kind of what? Yeah, like the Power Wheels? Like a Power Wheels?
Yes.
You bought 7 of them? You bought 7 cars on Amazon. You spent over $3,000 on Amazon today. How did you do that?
Yes,
you are in so much trouble.
In trouble, but also you've got to harness this. I mean,
the kid found the phone. He charged it. He knew what Amazon was. He buy. You know, all the stuff.
Cards linked to it. It's just automatically happening. Yeah.
A viral TikTok video posted by the mom of the online shopper. Husband obviously shocked. 5-year-old kid found one of the old iPhones, charged it, just sitting there on the couch with his brother or sister, whoever that is. And he's just like, whatever, dude. When are these cars showing up? When are they getting here? I'd really like to ride one of those. 7. Oh, I like that one too. Oh, it comes in purple. The dad is very exasperated.
I'm sure.
Casually had another $700 worth of items in the cart ready to check out before we caught him. I'm currently on the phone crying to Amazon. My husband is on the phone crying with our bank. Comments on the video. I'm just jealous you had enough in your account for all that. My card would have declined so quickly. God forbid a girl have a little retail therapy. He took Christmas in July to a whole new level. Yeah, somebody is going to be getting a timeout for a while.
But they should harness some of that. That's some...
Yeah, I get it. Much
you know
like
what I mean?
criminal
like
enterprises.
If
you could point it in the right
charge
direction.
It up, do the thing, goes to Amazon, finds what he wants, puts it in the checkout, and it just transactions happen.
63-year-old man from Texas facing charges after he stole a boat in Key West.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this guy. Did he go to Cuba?
And he went all the way to Cuba.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time this guy's done something like this. His name is
Apparently.
Floyd. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but just saying Floyd is good enough. His name is Floyd. A 38-year-old woman was with him, but hasn't been ID'd. Not clear if she knew what was happening or not. You think you're going on some kind of date, romantic boat date, right? You rented a boat in Key West. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. We're going to see dolphins. Check out some of the beaches.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm in freaking Cuba. He rented a 26-foot fishing boat last Tuesday from a place called Beach Weekend Key West Marina. Supposed to have it for 2 days, never brought it back. He was heading due south when the onboard GPS tracker cut out. They said he was about 30 miles south of Key West when they lost track of him.
Mm-hmm.
Someone on another boat saw him booking it toward Cuba and called it in. Then Cuba's Coast Guard scooped this guy up and got in touch with Homeland Security. He's now back in the U.S. facing charges for hiring or leasing with the intent to defraud.
Yep.
Boat apparently still there. Owner of the rental company said he isn't sure if they'll get the boat back from Cuba or not. He laughed and said, "How in the world did we end up losing a boat to Cuba?"
How in the world did we end up losing a boat to Cuba? I didn't think that was even in play. Had all sorts of reasons for why he wanted to add some additional gas, that he was going to be doing some fishing. There was a report that they were in custody in Cuba. They immediately launched a search and rescue mission because the child that was on the manifest was not in custody in Cuba. And we always get some really funny stories. You know, losing a boat to Cuba, I think this is going to be a story we talk about for a long time.
The owner of the rental company, obviously not very happy, but taking it all in stride. No official word on whether Floyd was trying to sell the boat, smuggle drugs, or just wanted to see Havana. Turns out not his first rodeo. Back in 2019, he did the same thing, and that boat also ended up in Cuba.
No way.
His rap sheet includes several convictions for drug-related crimes. My guess is he was probably trying to get down there in a rented boat and bring back some drugs.
That sounds like exactly what he was trying to do, but you would think he'd be flagged somehow.
Nope.
You know, where like, this guy don't rent a boat to this guy.
Put him on the no-fly list
Yes.
and put him on the no-boat list?
Yes.
Is there a no-boat list?
I don't know, but...
In another incident, our final story for Bad News, Happy Music, another incident of, it happened again. Hashtag Florida woman facing charges after authorities said they found an illegal makeshift med spa in her she shed in the backyard. The investigation started when what was supposed to be a routine cosmetic procedure went wrong.
Yeah.
There was probably like 10 to 15 police cars here, said one neighbor. Then all of a sudden, I see a girl come out in handcuffs. Reports of a botched botox injection were what led the police department to the front doorstep of 50-year-old Rosa Mena, who was accused of running an illegal med spa. Residents in the neighborhood heard a commotion. Somebody said, I heard over the loudspeaker the police officer saying, "We have a search warrant. Please come to the door."
Gonna have to open up here.
They repeated the message 10 to 15 times, repeated it again in Spanish. Back in May, a victim came forward saying she received a Botox injection session from Mena, who paralyzed her face.
Oh, my God. Ugh.
Oh, you mean this? I can't feel anything. Sessions were taking place in her backyard shed. One of the neighbors said, she would have a ton of cars over there.
Yeah, because she was running a clinic.
When the victim told the woman about her paralysis, the unlicensed medical professional offered her a $325 refund and vitamin injections to reverse the effects. Yeah, sure, lady who just messed up my face with Botox. I'd love to have you shoot more stuff into my face.
Well, basically, she's saying, there's nothing I can do. I don't know what to do.
Guess what? The vitamin injections and the money didn't work.
She actually let her do this?
No. She just didn't work to coerce the lady.
Okay,
the victim, of course, becoming even more suspicious, requesting proof of this woman's medical license.
Dude,
Vince, you're too late. You're already getting shed injections, okay? There is no license. That doesn't exist for people who are doing injections in a shed.
Yes.
You're
agreed.
an idiot for even asking, you stupid ass. Unbelievable how dumb people are.
She found out
the shed I can get past.
Yes.
The cheap Botox, I get past all that. But this, now I need to see a license here. I mean, people run businesses out of their homes all the time, but not out of a shed, said one of the neighbors. Not for something like this, so definitely kind of a red flag. Search warrant issued. Trove of troubling tools, needles, injection kits, derma filters, laser devices, even a full-size medical bed, all found tucked inside of a yellow shed in the backyard. She was taken away in handcuffs, now facing a very long list of charges. But
impersonating a medical professional was one of them.
Suspect is facing charges, including practicing medicine without a license and aggravated battery causing bodily harm. And honestly, those people are idiots. If you're going into someone's backyard, even if they actually own a regular-ass med spa and they are fully accredited, don't get injections in someone's shed. Number one, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sure that that's way cheaper. So it's like, I'm shopping around and, these are $1,000 an injection, but she's only charging me $350. So I'll go with that.
Look, I get it. Everybody wants to save money. It's a different world out there, but you can't be getting injections in someone's she shed.
I understand. You can't.
And then demand to see the license.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I thought this was on the up and up.
Now I want to...
Now I really need to confirm that she's licensed. Idiot. You get what you deserve, honestly.
Ugh, that's bad.
Hard to have sympathy for someone who got it.
I hope it wears off.
I'm stuck like this forever. Bad news, happy music. We'll get to our daily check-ins after Static X.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings. Call.
Hello.
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us. Check. We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Rockmornings.com is the website. You can find all of our contact information there if you want to email us, shoot us a text. You can also download the 95.7 The Rock app or the 92.9 The X app, and you can contact us through the app.
Yeah, leave us a voicemail. You can do that. Maybe you're planning to go to Rockfest too. We want to hear from you. Brian will be up there later this week. We've got a bunch of people that are going to be going. But yeah, we want to hear from you. Take pictures at Rockfest, send them to us. And if you're not going, what are you doing?
Got a text from Ogre earlier. Said, what would you rather give up if you had to, pizza or mac and cheese? We both went with mac and cheese.
Yeah, no question.
Paul said, I think you sent the wrong reminder for the Rock Stop for today. You sent Thursdays. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. There was an incorrect reminder at 7 o'clock or whatever when that went out. But the Rock Stop is still happening right now at 957therock.com or on the 95.7 The Rock app if you want to sign up to win a brand new Harley. Got till 9:35, courtesy of our friends at Higher Heating and Air Conditioning. Tyler, who I'm going to see here in about an hour or so, a little more than an hour. Got to get my, he's going to go pick up my RV from Tyler out at Pleasureland. He said, play some Bow Down from Born of Osiris. I did not get to that this morning. I apologize, but I will get to that tomorrow. Jim, who listened while he was in Afghanistan, right? Was he in Afghanistan? Is that where he was, right? Overseas?
Mm-hmm. And then
retired and moved to Georgia. Said he's going to the All-Star game. Hope all is good your way. Have fun there, Jim.
That's cool.
Truist Park down there in Atlanta, yeah, where the Braves play. Have you seen the catcher's gear? Yeah, so I think the catchers during the home run derby tonight are wearing some kind of special gear, and they put nods to Hank Aaron, who of course played for the Braves for a long time, home run king and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Looking forward to seeing it on TV.
That's cool.
And we also got that message from Darcy, who said that tell Jean that she's been to that bar, the Key West bar that you're going to, where clothing is optional on the third floor.
I don't know for sure that I'm going, but I feel
Come on,
like
you got to go live a little. When are you going to get a chance to go again?
Walk around and have a drink, and there's a bunch of naked people around. Weird.
Said, tell Jean I've been to that bar. A woman was giving a guy a handy.
I'm sure.
It was hard not to look, LOL.
But I'm bummed.
Difficult to not look.
Challenging. Take a long look. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it.
I don't know if I could.
I don't know if I can either.
Not with I'd have my shirt on.
Well, I mean,
cover this up.
I would definitely have my clothes on. I don't even know if I can just go up there and just be
topless,
like,
right?
I'm not doing
Jean.
any of that.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
Then what the hell are you going to the topless bar for?
I didn't even know there was one. I just thought it was wild when I heard it. It was like it's just optional and people with clothing just hang out.
What about a building on the other? Is there another building across the street
higher up
where you can look down upon the people? No, is there a bar over on that side? There's got to be a lot of rooftop bars.
Like a slingshot with water balloons.
Somebody texted in and said Floyd must have seen the price of Cuban cigars and said, "Screw it, I'll do it myself." I think he was more interested in something else.
I think he was too.
Thanks for all the correspondence. Have a great rest of your Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.